Spring in Fargo is confusing. Once we hit about mid-March, the weather is sending mixed signals. One day, you'll see people outside in shorts and t-shirts like it's Miami, and the next, a blizzard warning. However, there are a few very specific signs that tell you if it's false spring or if we've finally made it out of hibernation. So today, I'm breaking down exactly how you know spring has officially hit Fargo and what it actually feels like to live here this time of year. If this is your first time to the channel, make sure to hit subscribe and tap the bell for notifications so you're the first to know about all things going on in and around Fargo, North Dakota. I'm Megan Oy with Realty Experts, and every day I talk to people just like you. So whether you're 9 days, 90 days, or 9 months from your move to or around Fargo, North Dakota, I'm here to help make that a smooth transition. All of my contact information is listed in the description below. Please feel free to reach out in whatever way is most comfortable for you. In Fargo, we pay close attention to the 10-day forecast at this time of year because the first sign that fake spring is over lies there. The temperature hitting 40 degrees for multiple days in a row. The sun comes out and suddenly the entire city is outside. People are walking their dogs, kids are playing on wet playgrounds. Everyone puts away their crock pots and saddles up their grills. And then right alongside that, everyone decides they're an athlete again. The trails fill up, people are running, biking, walking. Suddenly it feels like the entire city is training for something, which honestly, a lot of them are. Because this is also the time of year when people start gearing up for our next sign of true spring in Fargo, the Fargo Marathon. It usually happens in May, and it brings in thousands of runners, not just from Fargo, but from all over the country. This event has been around since 2005, and over the years, it's grown into one of the biggest annual events in the entire region, with hundreds of thousands of participants having taken part. And it's not just a fun run. This is actually a Boston Marathon qualifier, which is a really big deal in the running world, I hear. So you have a mix of serious runners trying to qualify for one of the most prestigious marathons in the country, and also people who are just there for the experience. There are multiple race options too. Full marathon, half marathon, 10K, 5K, even youth races. So it's something people of all levels can participate in. The entire city shows up for this. People line the streets to cheer, there's live music along the course, and it really turns into more of a full community event rather than just a race. There are fun runs tied into the weekend, including kid races and even dog-friendly events in some years. So even if you're not running it, you feel a part of it. Traffic changes, energy shifts, and it really marks the start of Fargo coming back to life after the winter. Now, we can't talk about spring in Fargo without mentioning this. Flood season. Every year, it becomes the conversation. Are we flooding this year? How high is the river gonna get? And if you're not from here, that might sound a little intimidating, but flooding has been a part of Fargo's history for a long time. One of the most significant floods happened in 2009 when the Red River reached record levels and the community came together in a really powerful way. People filling sandbags, protecting homes, and supporting each other. It's actually one of those moments that really defines the resilience of this area. And because of events like that, Fargo has invested heavily in long-term flood protection. One of the biggest projects currently underway is the FM Area Diversion Project, which is a massive infrastructure project designed to redirect floodwaters around the metro. This project has been in the works for years. It's a multi-billion-dollar project, and once it's fully completed, it's designed to provide permanent flood protection to the Fargo Moorhead area. So while flooding is still part of the spring conversation, the long-term outlook is very secure. And honestly, on the lighter side of things, when it's not impacting homes or causing damage, it can actually be kind of fascinating to watch. Seeing how high the river gets and how fast things change is one of those reminders of just how powerful nature really is. And here, it's something people respect but don't necessarily live in fear of. The third sign on my list, and honestly one of my personal favorites, patios are open. And I say that lightly because it might still be 45 degrees, But if the sun is out, people are sitting outside with drinks, sunglasses on, fully committing to the idea that winter is over. It is wild how warm a sunny 45-degree day can feel when you're coming from months of gray skies and sub-freezing temps. Now, let's talk about something really important if you're thinking of moving to Fargo. Spring is when the housing market comes alive. This is when we see the most activity, more homes hitting the market, more buyers actively looking, and overall, more competition. If you're a buyer, this means more options. But it also means you need to be ready to move quickly when the right home comes up. And if you're a seller, this is typically one of the best times to list because demand is high and homes tend to show really well as the weather improves. This all brings me to the fourth sign on my list of how to know we are truly coming out of the freeze. Spring Parade of Homes. This is where local builders showcase brand new construction homes all across Fargo, West Fargo, Moorhead, and Horace. You can walk through multiple homes in a single day, see different floor plans, see the new trends for finishes and home decor, explore the newest neighborhoods, and get a really good feel for what's available in the new construction space. This year, there are 46 homes on Spring Parade showcased by 20 different local builders. And here's something a lot of people don't realize. The Spring Parade of Homes is actually one of the best times to buy or lock in with a builder if you're considering new construction. A lot of builders will run some of their strongest promotions during this time, whether that's on upgrades, pricing incentives, or other perks. So you may be able to get a really great deal that simply is not available at other times of the year. Also, the ground is no longer frozen. So if you do decide to do a fresh build, you have a great chance of closing on your new home before the holidays. And I'll just say this, working with many builders throughout my career, I see these incentives firsthand every year. So if new construction is even on your radar, this is definitely a time you want to be paying attention. Send me a message or drop a comment and I can point you in the right direction. And even if you're not ready to build right away, it's still one of the best ways to explore the market and understand what your options look like at different price points. My fifth and final sign that winter has truly been defeated is subtle. But when you've lived here for a full 4 seasons, you will know exactly what I'm referring to. And it's that spring is just really when the city comes back to life. People are out more. Outdoor events and activities start happening again, like the Red River Market. The golf courses start opening up for the season. There's more energy, more movement, vitamin D that doesn't come from a container, and after a long winter, it genuinely feels like a reset. It's one of those things that's hard to explain unless you've experienced it, but once you do, you'll get it. So, you'll know spring has hit Fargo when the entire city is suddenly outside, everyone's training for the impending swimsuit season, the marathon takes over, patios have furniture out and real people on them, even when it's questionable. The housing market heats up and everything just feels happy. In my opinion, it's one of the best times to be here. So if you're thinking about moving to Fargo or just want a real look at what life's like here throughout the year, drop a comment, send me a message, or subscribe to the channel. I'd love to help you find your place here. I'll see you on the next one.